Greetings and salutations, friends. This is Comic Book Hangover. My name is Scott, and here we go with the first half of November. Kind of late, but here's the first half of the November movies that I watched out of our DVD, Blu-ray, 4K collection. All right, so we're going to get through this. The first three movies are going to be kind of easy to do because we had double features. So we've got Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2 and Godzilla versus Space Godzilla were the first ones that I watched. Both pretty decent movies. I mean, Space Godzilla was a lot better than I remembered it being. Set those over there. Then I watched Godzilla vs. Destroyer. I haven't watched Megaguirus. I know Megaguirus gets a lot of hate, but I really actually enjoyed Megaguirus. So there's that one. Next up, kids movie. I watched The Pirates Band of Misfits. The fun little stop motion animation film, good music, fun characters. I mean, really, it's nothing spectacular, but it was a lot of fun. And then one that I actually had never watched before that's been in our collection for a very, very long time is a John Cusack film, High Fidelity. We have it on DVD. I might actually upgrade this to Blu-ray. I'm thinking about it. But this is one of those weird movies that on the box art it says it hits all the laugh bases. It's a hilarious movie. It is funny, but it's not funny ha. You know, there's a lot of melodrama in it, and it's very melancholy, but it's a good movie, fun movie, just not as funny as the blurbs on the DVD case make it out to be. The next one up, I actually watched with my son. Well, actually, no, I didn't watch it with my son because I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything in here that was too much for him. And that is the sequel to The Raid 2. We watched Raid Redemption. Awesome movie. Raid 2, not as good as The Raid, but it holds on its own. I really, really enjoyed it. And then from 1930, I dug up Animal Crackers, starring the Marx Brothers. I'm getting ready to introduce my son to the Marx Brothers. He knows about the Three Stooges, W.C. Fields, Abbott and Costello, and the Little Rascals. I haven't introduced him to the Marx Brothers yet, but I'm getting ready to. Animal Crackers, one of the greatest comedies of all time, featuring one of the greatest comedy groups of all time, the Marx Brothers. You just cannot go wrong with that. And speaking of other good comedies, a good underrated comedy, I think, was the next one I watched was Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion. I have this on DVD. I am considering getting this on Blu-ray at some point in time, but right now I have it on DVD. Have not seen this movie in probably about 10 years. I've had this DVD and have not watched it, but I checked it out and it holds up really well. It's a fun little movie. It's almost like a female Beavis and Butthead, but in this instance, they actually learn a lesson and grow up. And the next one, Office Space, good movie, excellent movie. Still another one that's just still holds up after all these years. This one still holds up. The next one, I wound up watching, and my son wound up watching it with me, and he was just fascinated with the story structure and just how the story was told. And that, of course, was Run Lola Run. He'd never even heard of this movie before, but one of the things that this is the kind of kid that I'm raising as far as like movies go. He mentioned repeatedly how he liked the music in this movie, how he loved how music was used in it. So Run Lola Run, a great movie, kind of confusing, especially if you're not watching it from beginning to end. If you leave the room, you're probably going to get confused because there's parts in there where she does get killed, but then she comes back and this whole thing starts all over again. You're like, what is going on? I don't think it's really actually explained in the movie, but still, it's a fun movie. It's really, really interesting. Another one that I watched with my son, Be Kind, Rewind. This one was interesting. He wanted to check this out. He liked he liked the whole idea, the whole concept of it. And I finally got to introduce him to Mos Def, who was a great actor. He did this one. I liked him in this one. I liked him in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He was about the only thing that I liked about the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Disney movie. But what was really fascinating about this movie is when we watched it is, especially towards the end, when people are starting to realize they're losing the past, and they have to create a new history, and they have to kind of come together. It is kind of a sad moment, especially for like my generation, who's coming to terms with the fact that we're losing a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of things are no longer around. But he actually started to tear up while watching this movie. So this one had quite an impact on my son. The next one I did not let my kid watch. and that is Bimbo Movie Bash, the Independence Day of Bimbo films. Now this one takes great movies like Cannibal Women and the Avocado Jungle of Death, Sorority Babes and the Slimeball Bolorama, Slave Girls from Infinity, I think, and then Beach Babes from Beyond. All movies that I own and on Blu-ray, and love these movies. But it takes these movies and other ones and kind of cuts the film strips out and puts different scenes together and makes a completely different movie created from the scenes of these Bimbo films. And this is really where I got my appreciation for this sort of subgenre of movies. I love Bimbo movies, and I know some people might be offended by calling them Bimbo films, but that's what they're called. And the thing you need to realize when you're watching a Bimbo film is more often than not, in a Bimbo film, the women are the ones in the positions of power. They're the ones that hold all the cards, and the men are basically treated as just stupid walking boners, basically. And so there's really nothing to be offended about. They're not sexist movies at all. They're fun. They're cheesy. They're throwaway entertainment, and I love them all day long. Another one of my favorite movies of all time finally upgraded at the Blu-ray, and that is The Naked Gun. I got this Naked Gun trilogy. This has the only 3 naked movies that I want and that I need. I will never watch the new one. I have no interest in it whatsoever. I love these ones. Leslie Nielsen is all I need. So then The Naked Gun, I was watching it at night and I was trying not to laugh because I don't want to wake anybody up. Those movies always crack me up. Just without fail, they always crack me up. And then another double feature set. One of the all-time greatest movies, greatest comedies, feature one of the greatest contemporary duos of all time. Grumpy Old Men. Love this movie. Love it, love it, love it. And then the last one I watched for the first half of November 2025 is Eddie Murphy's Boomerang. I gotta say, one of the great things about being able to go through these movies that I've not watched ever, like this one here, or watched in a long time, is that I get to decide whether or not I actually want to keep these movies. Now, something like Boomerang, I started watching it, and honestly, I didn't finish it. It has a great cast. I mean, all the way from Eddie Murphy to Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock, Eartha Kitt. I mean, it is such an incredibly stacked cast with some of the funniest actors of this era, actually of any era. I mean, it's a great cast, a hilarious cast, but the movie just was not that good to me. So this one is going to be one that we're getting rid of. But there you go. Those are the movies that I watched in the first 15 days of November 2025. Hopefully very, very soon I'll be able to get the second half. And then we're going to be wrapping up the year with December. I can't believe I actually was able to go through all this and actually complete this sort of a project. So thank you for, I know we're not done yet, but I'm still going to thank everybody who's watched all these videos, the old ones that I did and these ones here. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate your support and your encouragement. And I'm going to let you guys go because I got other things to do. I hope everybody is going to have well, I'm doing this after Thanksgiving. This is how late this is. I'm doing this after Thanksgiving. So I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And I will see everybody very, very soon. See you later. Bye.